Hello everybody, welcome back to another Tonka video. This one we are changing my own oil myself. Hooray, save some money instead of taking it to like Fleet Farm or something. Really wish I had a full post lift, but I don't, so it's safely secured to both front, the jack points with jack stands. I also got the jack itself under though, just kind of being just an extra measure. I have 5W20 full synthetic, high mileage oil from Walmart has passed those good ratings, and then just a Mobile One filter. Probably would have gone with the Napa Gold, but there was no Napa in the place I was going to, so we're just gonna do this ourselves. An update: I did get the seat bolts fixed. They are fixed. Hooray! Now you must be wondering, how much did that cost? Well, that ended up costing me $100 for everything. That's right. $800 for the dealer. Look at that. Nothing. Not a movement. Got those two done and that one on the driver's side. So the seats are solid and sound. They had to drill them out. They tried welding it to it, but that ended up just breaking too. Sorry if the wind's picking that up. It's actually at max fan speed and it's not really syncing with the camera's refresh rate. I need to figure out what size this is, and then if you go ahead and zip this thing out if you're with this atomic thing my dad won out of shop. This is, I believe, a 74 Vega that my dad's currently working on, just kind of as a little side project, nothing too major. And then my town car itself. I'm going to pause the video, figure out what size this is. Well guys, this is a size 16 on here. That's actually good because that means the bigger probably won't snap as it's trying to like get it out of there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing all lined up. Alright, got it kind of zipped out of there. And, watch the stuff flow out. That's actually still pretty clean. Okay, let's see if we can do the challenge of not getting it all over my hand. Yay. Alright, that's definitely some used oil. I think my last change was kind of 2 weeks away from 3 months. So more months than miles actually on this. So I do every 3 months or 3,000 miles full synthetic. You might be saying, well, you could definitely go a lot longer with that, but you know what they say. Oil is a lot cheaper than any sort of engine. Oh. So we're gonna let that just kind of drain out of there. It's not black like tar, but definitely not crispy clear. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up with some brake cleaner. Make sure it's nice all clean. I'm getting my oil's worth. I'm letting that a little kind of drain out of there until it just kind of starts dripping. But page here on the workshop manual says the drain bolt is tightened to 10 foot-pounds. So here we got a click type torque wrench to 10 foot-pounds, and then the oil filter isn't really torqued to anything, it's just good and tight. But this is in German, so hopefully, or I don't know, maybe not, but probably need these thingamabob conventions. See what kind of size this takes so I can get this out of here. Well, that ain't fitting, but you know what? Thanks for Ford for deciding to put the oil filter up here in the engine bay. Where is it? There it is. So you're definitely going to be dripping it on stuff like this power steering rack lines and some connectors, but mainly the power steering rack. My LX9 Malibu was definitely much better because it's just unscrewed from the bottom. And you might also prefer the ones that are top oil filters. Those are kind of cool too, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. But I did choose this car, but I definitely didn't, look at if the oil filter was a culprit of me deciding to buy it. Who cares? So I guess we'll just deal with it and use one of the manual ones over there. This one should work nicely. drain bolt is in and tightened to spec. 10 foot-pounds seems kind of light, but you know, people just pound those things in with electric super jackhammers and then end up like stripping them, and you ain't never getting them out. Oh wait, let's go ahead and work on that. Here we go. Well, 5 minutes later, I ended up using this with a 3/8 inch drive at the end and just using that lawn, unfortunately I have to, but lawn torque wrench in reverse, because apparently we don't have a breaker bar yet in this house, but it is loose enough that I can start to unscrew it. There we go. Now let's make sure this is somewhat remotely lined up correctly. There we go. I'll let that drip out of there. Oops, sorry about that. Well, come on. Out of there. Come on. The papa. Hey. There we go. Let's just set that in there. Is that nice and clean in there? What do you say? Looks clean to me. Okay, we gotta make sure we got that gasket. Is it in there? No, I do not see it. Okay, good. Oh, some of you might be noticing that shiny exhaust manifold shield. That is held on with mechanics wire, because both of those bolts ended up snapping on me, which is unfortunate, but at least it's a new exhaust manifold shield. The other one was like literally crumbling away in my hand, so I think I still have it. It's over there. I'll probably go get that video and pause this. I got oil over my hands. There it is. Probably factory. Well, look at that, just rusting away. Sure, there's a part number in here, but yeah, I can see it just rusting in there, like falling apart in my hands. But now about pre-filling the oil filter, some people are like yes, some people are like no because contaminants, but yes, because that means, and you know, you have less time with your engine like out of oil. But with the oil filter that's sideways, you can't really pre-fill it, so the obvious solution is just to not to. So that's what I will not do. But we are going to go ahead and attach this, lube it up with some oil, and then wind this thing up. I did get a video of the underside of this car when it was on the hoist, and it looks pretty good. You know, would like to get it undercoated. Wow, is that just shiny right there. It's really just shining, shining, shining. Right, gonna go ahead and get this thing bob installed, oil filter. A bit hard to see, but it is in there. It's black and shiny. I can't tighten this hard enough with my greasy hands, so I'm gonna tighten it just a wee bit with that and make sure not to crush it in there. Also, Julia, assisting with things, I saw you replaced this air baffle. Mine's a bit cut off from probably hitting curves, but mine is actually in pretty good shape. So I think I will go ahead and still keep using this. Seems to be doing well. This is only designed for reverse, so taking it out. So I just use this glove, hand tighten it to the best of my ability. I'm going to drop this jack, strain the oil, and fill her up. Did I say drain the oil? I mean fill up the oil. It's already drained. Jack's put away, oil drained. I meant oil drained in there, that's why I corrected myself twice. Well, let's go ahead and open up the hood and add 6 quarts of oil. And then tomorrow, I might turn it on and reset the oil percent meter in the instrument cluster. That is just absolutely mint in there. Clean and Just so clean. So clean. Well, that ought to do it. That ought to wrap this up for this oil change video, and just a few little updates. Tomorrow, I'm going to clay and wax the car, paste wax the car again, since I'm in a nice quality establishment. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and have a good night.